Revenge is usually loud. People argue, fight, post online, or try to destroy each other with drama. That's how most people handle betrayal or disrespect. But not the Sigma male. When he decides to get revenge, no one sees it coming. No warnings, no outbursts, no public breakdowns. Just silence and then a slow shift in power. The Sigma male lives by his own code. He doesn't need to prove himself to anyone. But when someone crosses a line, when trust is broken or loyalty is abused, he doesn't just walk away quietly. He calculates. He observes. He plans something that doesn't look like revenge at first. But the effect is real. And permanent. People think silence means weakness. But silence can be the sharpest weapon. While others chase drama and noise, the Sigma male works behind the scenes. He's not trying to get even, he's trying to regain control. He doesn't burn bridges loudly. He lets them rot quietly while he builds a new path elsewhere. The world expects revenge to be messy. But the Sigma male doesn't want mess. He wants impact. He doesn't yell. He doesn't gossip. He just becomes someone you no longer have access to. Someone you can't touch. Someone whose absence speaks louder than your words ever did. This kind of revenge isn't about hurting someone with actions. It's about removing their power, making them irrelevant, making them feel the loss without understanding how or when it started. That's why it hits harder. Because it's not about destruction. It's about disconnection. In this video, we're going to show how the Sigma male takes his revenge. Not with fire, not with force, but with silence, control, and long-term thinking. If you've ever wondered how a man can destroy someone without lifting a finger, this is how it's done. Method number 1. Withdrawal of presence. One of the most painful forms of revenge is absence. The Sigma male knows this. That's why his first move is often to disappear, not just physically, but emotionally, mentally, and socially. He doesn't explain himself. He doesn't give closure. He just fades out. And the silence that follows speaks louder than any fight ever could. When someone hurts him, disrespects him, or takes him for granted, he doesn't argue. He doesn't demand answers. He simply removes his presence. He stops showing up. He stops answering. He stops caring. And slowly the other person realizes something is missing, something they thought would always be there. This withdrawal isn't about playing games. It's about power. The Sigma male knows his presence carries weight. He listens deeply. He brings calm into chaos. He adds meaning to simple moments. When that's gone, people feel it. The space feels colder. The energy shifts. And the worst part for the person who wronged him, they don't get to fix it. He's already gone. He doesn't wait for apologies or try to rebuild what was broken. He's already moved past it. Not because he's heartless, but because he understands the value of peace. By withdrawing, he's not trying to teach a lesson. He's protecting his energy. But in doing so, he delivers the clearest message possible. You no longer have access to me. This kind of revenge doesn't bring yelling or insults. It brings reflection. The other person starts replaying what went wrong. They look for the moment they lost him. They wonder if he ever truly trusted them. And that confusion becomes their punishment. Sometimes the Sigma male cuts all ties. Sometimes he keeps distant contact, but never lets the connection feel the same. In both cases, the result is the same. The person who once had power over him now has nothing. He knows how to leave without slamming doors. He knows how to stop giving without saying he's done. That's what makes this method so effective. It's not obvious at first, but over time it becomes undeniable. The silence grows. The coldness settles in. And by the time the other person realizes what happened, they're already out of his world. This method may look passive, but it's deeply active. The Sigma male isn't hiding, he's protecting. He's resetting his space. And most importantly, he's showing that once he's done for real. Method number 2, strategic silence and non-response. The Sigma male's silence is not empty. It's calculated. It's built to disrupt control and shift power. That's why when someone tries to bait him, insult him, or manipulate him, he often responds with nothing. Not a word. Not a look. Just silence. And that silence can destroy more than any insult ever could. When someone is used to getting reactions, silence feels like rejection. It leaves them confused, angry, desperate. They repeat themselves. They push harder, but nothing comes back. And that lack of response becomes a mirror. It shows them how little they now matter. The Sigma male knows this. He uses it carefully. He doesn't ignore out of pride. He ignores because it's more effective than arguing. Arguments give the other person a role. Silence erases them from the conversation. This silence isn't about ghosting. It's deeper than that. It's the refusal to play the game. The refusal to let the other person pull emotional strings. By not responding, the Sigma male takes away the one thing manipulators need: attention. Imagine someone throwing shade online. The Sigma male doesn't reply. Imagine someone confronting him in public. He looks once, then walks away. Imagine someone begging for drama through texts, calls, or posts. He doesn't even open them. This kind of non-response isn't about weakness. It's discipline. It's choosing peace over performance. And that choice leaves the other person powerless. They don't know what he's thinking. They don't know what he'll do next. They don't even know if he cares. That mystery becomes the punishment. It keeps them awake. It makes them chase closure they'll never get. And if they try harder, louder words, more lies, deeper guilt, the Sigma male still says nothing. He stays calm, quiet, distant. That's when they start to break. Because they finally realize they can't reach him anymore. They lost that right. Strategic silence is not easy. It takes strength. But for the Sigma male, it's natural. He's used to sitting in silence. He's used to walking alone. So when he uses that silence as a wall, no one can break through. And behind that wall, he's not angry. He's not bitter. He's focused. He's already moving forward while the other person is stuck yelling into the void. That's the beauty of silence. It lets the noise destroy itself. Method number 3, controlled exposure. The Sigma male doesn't always need to confront someone directly to reveal the truth. Instead, he lets time and small actions do the work. When someone lies, manipulates, or plays dirty, the Sigma male doesn't rush to expose them. He waits. He watches. And then, when the time is right, he lets the truth come out, quietly but completely. This is controlled exposure. It's not about revenge through shouting or drama. It's about revealing someone's true colors in a way they can't deny, and in a way that he doesn't need to explain. Sometimes that means sharing one small detail that changes everything. Other times it means stepping back and letting the person reveal themselves through their own behavior. The Sigma male knows that people always show who they really are if you let them talk long enough. He collects facts not to gossip but to protect himself. He knows who said what, who made the move, who broke the code. He keeps receipts. He remembers the patterns, but he doesn't use them for chaos. He waits until silence isn't enough, and then he speaks just enough to shift the room. Imagine someone who tried to ruin his name. The Sigma male doesn't clap back online. He doesn't write a long message. He waits until they dig themselves deeper. And then he shares one truth, one moment, one fact, and everything changes. People start to question the liar. They start to connect the dots. And the Sigma male? He doesn't say, "I told you so." He doesn't celebrate the moment. He just lets it land, then moves on. That's what makes controlled exposure so powerful. It's not done for revenge, it's done for clarity. It restores balance. It brings hidden things into the light without rage, without ego. And when it happens, it hurts more than any loud confrontation. Because it shows the truth in a way that can't be denied. It changes how people see the manipulator. It destroys the image they built. And the Sigma male doesn't even have to be present for it to happen. This kind of revenge is clean. It doesn't leave mess behind. It doesn't put him in the middle of drama. It just lets facts speak louder than emotion. Controlled exposure is a move only someone with patience and confidence can make. It requires silence, observation, and the strength to wait for the right moment. But when that moment comes, it's final. Method number 4, redirecting energy into success. Nothing hurts a betrayer more than seeing the person they tried to break rise even higher. The Sigma male knows this. That's why one of his strongest silent revenge methods is turning pain into power. He doesn't beg. He doesn't sink. He redirects. When someone tries to humiliate him, take advantage, or tear him down, he takes the hit, but then channels it. He puts that energy into building something better. A stronger body. A sharper mind. A new business. A new circle. A better life. While others waste time trying to get even, he moves forward. And every step he takes toward progress becomes a reminder of what the other person lost. This is not about showing off. It's about transformation. The Sigma male doesn't chase attention. But his success speaks for itself. People notice. People talk. And the person who once tried to damage him now has to watch him grow without them. That growth isn't loud. It's steady. Every morning he wakes up focused. Every night he goes to sleep stronger. His discipline becomes his weapon. His progress becomes his message. No revenge post. No public shade. Just success that can't be ignored. Imagine someone spreading lies about him. While they talk, he builds. While they create noise, he creates value. Eventually their voice fades and his results rise. This kind of revenge takes time, but it lasts longer. Because it changes the story. The Sigma male no longer plays the role of the victim or the target. He becomes the one who turned the pain into progress and left the past behind. The people who once doubted him now respect him. The ones who sided against him now feel awkward. And the one who hurt him the most? They're left behind watching from a distance they can't close. That's real power. Not the power to destroy, but the power to rise. And the best part? He doesn't need to announce it. He doesn't need to prove anything. His actions speak. His life speaks. And the message is simple. You thought you ended me. You only made me stronger. Method number 5. Subtle undermining without direct attack. Sometimes the most dangerous move is the one no one sees. The Sigma male doesn't need to throw punches to shift power. He works in silence, behind the scenes, where real influence lives. If someone crossed him deeply, he doesn't scream. He doesn't warn. He changes the rules and lets the other person feel it. This is subtle undermining. Not sabotage. Not revenge fueled by hate. It's the quiet ability to remove support, change direction and shift influence without ever being named. Imagine someone in a group or a workplace who betrayed him. The Sigma male doesn't start rumors. He doesn't fight for position. He just stops supporting them. He stops speaking up for them. He stops keeping them relevant. And because the Sigma male is often respected, his silence makes others take notice. People start to sense the shift. They start to question the one who caused the damage. And slowly support starts to fade. This method is powerful because it doesn't look like revenge. It looks like nothing. But underneath, everything is changing. The Sigma male may influence key people quietly. He may bring facts to light without drama. He may position others to take leadership, while the manipulator loses their voice. None of it is loud. None of it is traceable. But the outcome is clear. The person who once had power loses it. Not because they were attacked, but because they were removed, bit by bit, from the center of influence. Their name doesn't come up anymore. Their opinion doesn't land the same. Their game doesn't work. And all of this happens without confrontation. That's what makes it so effective. The manipulator can't fight back because they can't prove it's happening. They just feel the ground shift. And by the time they try to react, the Sigma male is already ahead. Subtle undermining is not about revenge through harm. It's about removing energy from the wrong source and redirecting it to something stronger. And because the Sigma male never makes a scene, no one sees it coming until it's already done. Method number 6, long game reputation shift. When the Sigma male is betrayed, disrespected, or underestimated, he doesn't react by defending his name. He doesn't rush to clear his image or fix what others think. Instead, he plays the long game. And in that game, his reputation becomes the quiet weapon. People who try to damage his image usually expect a fight. They expect him to explain himself, respond, or try to win people back. But the Sigma male does none of that. He lets time do the talking. And time always tells the truth. He stays silent while others make noise. He stays focused while others gossip. And in doing so, he slowly resets how people see him, not by correcting lies, but by living above them. The Sigma male knows that most people forget details, but they remember patterns. So he creates new ones. He becomes more consistent, more focused, more solid. Over weeks and months, his actions start to outweigh the rumors. People notice who still shows up, who still creates value, who remains calm and disciplined while others crumble. And when they compare that to the noise around him, they begin to shift their view. The person who tried to harm his name ends up harming their own, because they keep talking while he keeps rising. They keep playing small games while he builds a bigger world. And soon, the truth separates itself, without him having to force it. This is the revenge no one sees coming. Because it's not revenge in the usual sense. It's evolution. While others stay stuck in the drama they created, the Sigma male moves far beyond it. And by the time they realize he's no longer who he was, it's too late. His reputation is no longer tied to the past. It's shaped by what he built in silence. And once that new image settles in, there's no going back. He becomes untouchable, not because he fought harder, but because he outgrew the people who tried to hold him down. That's how the Sigma male wins the long game. Not by trying to fix his story, but by writing a better one and letting others catch up or fall away. Revenge doesn't always come with fire. It doesn't always arrive with shouting or sudden breakdowns. Sometimes the strongest form of revenge is the one that makes no sound. No announcement. No warning. Just absence. Silence. Growth. The Sigma male knows that true power doesn't need to prove itself. It just moves differently. It waits. It watches. And when the time is right, it responds, not with chaos, but with control. You've now seen 6 ways the Sigma male gets revenge without ever needing to fight. He withdraws his presence. He uses silence as a shield. He exposes the truth with perfect timing. He grows stronger while others stay stuck. He shifts power in quiet ways. And he lets his reputation evolve while others stay trapped in their own noise. This isn't about being cold. It's about being clear. It's about protecting peace without losing power. About showing that sometimes the loudest message is sent without saying a word. Not everyone deserves a reaction. Not every situation deserves your time. And not every battle needs to be fought directly. The Sigma male understands this. That's why his revenge works. It doesn't just shake the person who wronged him, it ends their control, fully and finally. So if you've ever been betrayed, disrespected or pushed aside, ask yourself, can you be silent long enough to shift the story? Can you walk away and still win? Can you let time speak for you while you build something stronger? Because the truth is, revenge doesn't need noise to be real. Sometimes the greatest revenge is the life they can no longer reach and the peace they can no longer touch. If this video spoke to you, share it with someone who understands this kind of power. Someone who knows what it means to go quiet and come back stronger than ever.